Hi, I'm Megan Farohit,
And my name is Isha Gill.
and we're two sales manager at the City Hotel. So we had a couple from Canada come in, and they wanted to have their themed wedding at our hotel. So we asked them a few questions, including how many guests they're having, if they wanted a theme wedding, and if they had any food preferences and such. We came up with a theme of a day in New York City, and you'll see this theme throughout our 4 days together. They had 40 people, so we have to arrange for transportation and rooming for all of those 40 people. And we had no specific food preferences. They didn't really mind whatever we wanted to provide. They were okay with. So starting our schedule on Wednesday, everybody would arrive around 5 p.m. We would have special desks reserved for those people so that nobody had to wait in line for too long, just for that one party. And then around they'd have from 5 to 8 to unpack, get settled into their rooms and everything. And around 8 we would start a special event for everybody. The kids would go off into a separate room where they would watch a New York themed movie, Home Alone 1, and the parents would go into a separate room and they would have a kind of like a dinner where they would eat and listen to jazz music because that's a strong New York City thing, and they would dance and have fun. Or this event would last until like 9:30 for the kids, and their parents could drop them off to the hotel room, and then they would come back, and for the adults the event would end around 12.
Now, the following day, we're going to have breakfast available for our guests from 7 to 10. They can come in and have food whenever they want. Around 12, we're going to get everyone onto the coach bus and we're going to head over to the Statue of Liberty. We have a boat tour planned for our guests, and they'll have a 30-minute boat tour around the Statue of Liberty, and then we're going to get off the boat and visit the actual statue and take photos. We have a picnic planned for our guests so they can have lunch on the actual island, and then we'll arrive back around 4. Afterwards, we have a Radio City hall booked for our guests, and they'll have the opportunity to tour Radio City and listen to music there, view performances, and eat and have a great time.
They'll come back around 10:30 and they'll go to sleep because they have another big day planned ahead for them. So on Friday, we'll once again have lunch. We'll once again have breakfast from 7:30 to 7 to 10, and breakfast will be available for them. And then around 12:30 again, we'll leave for Times Square. Now we want them to have basically the entirety to view this because Times Square is a huge New York City tradition. Everybody wants to go there and shop, look at things, and especially since they're from Canada, out of country, they want to see this. So we'll have from like 10:30 to 5:30 just so they can experience the whole thing. We want it to get a little dark so they can see it at night too. We'll have lunch there at a restaurant we booked. We have an entire room booked for just them so they can order whatever they want. They'll have a buffet so they can like take whatever they want. And yeah, we'll get back around 6:30, and they'll get to go back to their room, get refreshed. And once again, we'll have dinner around 7, and from 7 to 8:30 they'll have dinner, once again listen to the jazz music, and then they can go off to sleep because once again Saturday is the actual wedding, so everybody wants to get ready that day.
Now, on the day of the actual wedding, again, we have breakfast available for our guests from 7 to 10. Afterwards,
the bride and groom will be attending that breakfast.
Yes, they will. But right afterwards, the bride, the groom, and their groomsmen and bridesmaids will head off to go get their hair and makeup done, which is very important. Yes, we're providing makeup artists and hair artists for them to get ready. We will also provide them lunch because we know it'll take them time to get ready, and we will be providing our guests, everyone else, lunch around 1 p.m.
We'll actually give the bridesmaids, the grooms, the bride and the groom, their own lunch in their hotel room so they can continue to get ready for this event.
Now, for the actual wedding, it will take place at 5 p.m., and from 5 to 6 we'll have our wedding take place, and afterwards we'll have the cake ceremony.
Around 6:30, 6:45, we'll start our wedding shoot for the bride and groom. We don't want to do this earlier because our bride and groom are a little traditional. They don't want to see the wedding dress prior to the wedding. So we're going to have our photo shoot in the nice New York City lights. You'll see the city and everything, so it'll be really traditional.
Another thing our company is providing is cameramen throughout the entire 4 days that our guests are here. We will be providing them with high quality photos at the end of their visit. And
At our table, we're gonna have people available to print out pictures of the guest, and on the picture they'll be able to write a cute memory they have or a cute message to the bride and groom. So at the end, we'll give the entire entire stack of it. We'll put it in a nice photo album, and we're gonna give the photo album to the bride and groom of all the memories they have and all the pictures they've taken throughout this trip.
So that would best allow them to remember their amazing
Experience.
day.
Yeah, and we've stayed true to this whole New York theme by exploring all the traditional qualities of New York, and we've also, explored the rich history because of Ellis Island's museum and everything. And yeah,
That's about it.
that's basically their schedule. Is there anything else we wanted to include in the presenting?
We just wanted to give our bride and groom another theme option, and we wanted to make sure that they were okay with the theme that we've provided. Now, we do have a backup theme, which is ocean, and we would change our schedule so it would revolve around the beach, which is also nearby since we are at Mid-Atlantic Hotel.
And since it is a summer wedding, it wasn't that much of an issue. It wouldn't be that much of an issue because we wouldn't be going to during a snowstorm. But yeah, they chose the day in New York City, stayed true to the tradition, and yeah, that's basically our schedule.
Thank you.
Thanks.